Better keep yourself clean and bright, you are the window through which you must see the world. If you have an apple and I have an apple and we exchange these apples, then you and I will still each have one apple. But if you have an idea and I have an idea and we exchange these ideas, then each of us will have two ideas. You use a glass mirror to see your face, you use works of art to see your soul. A fool's brain digests philosophy into folly, science into superstition, and art into pedantry. Hence university education. Science never solves a problem without creating 10 more. We don't stop playing because we grow old because we stop playing. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. If you take too long in deciding what to do with your life, you'll find you've done it. He who has never hoped can never despair. We have no more right to consume happiness without producing it than to consume wealth without producing it. Patriotism is your conviction that this country is superior to all others because you were born in it. You cannot have power for good without having power for evil too. Democracy is a device that ensures we shall be governed no better than we deserve. Power does not corrupt men. Fools, however, if they get into a position of power, corrupt power. A government which robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. He knows nothing and thinks he knows everything. That points clearly to a political career. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. When a thing is funny, search it carefully for a hidden truth. There is no love sincerer than the love of food. Beware of false knowledge, it is more dangerous than ignorance. Don't wait for the right opportunity, create it. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world, the unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. Doing what needs to be done may not make you happy, but it will make you great. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the aeroplane, the pessimist the parachute. You see things, you say, why? But I dream things that never were, and I say, why not? The person I miss most is the one I could have been. Success does not consist in never making mistakes but in never making the same one a second time. There is always danger for those who are afraid. The possibilities are numerous once we decide to act and not react. Happy is the man who can make a living by his hobby. The most tragic thing in the world is a man of genius who is not a man of honor. The liar's punishment is, not in the least that he is not believed, but that he cannot believe anyone else. A pessimist is a man who thinks everybody is as nasty as himself, and hates them for it. Choose silence of all virtues, for by it you hear other men's imperfections, and conceal your own. Two things define you, your patience when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. Experience fails to teach where there is no desire to learn. He who can, does. He who cannot, teaches. The only man who behaved sensibly was my tailor. He took my measure anew every time he saw me, whilst all the rest went on with their old measurements and expected them to fit me. 2% of the people think, 3% of the people think they think, and 95% of the people would rather die than think. The best way to get your point across is to entertain. My way of joking is to tell the truth. It's the funniest joke in the world. Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pig likes it. It is dangerous to be sincere unless you are also stupid. Most people do not pray, they only beg. The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people. The longer I live, the more convinced I am that this planet is used by other planets as a lunatic asylum. The only time my education was interrupted was when I was in school. Now that we have learned to fly the air like birds, swim underwater like fish, we lack one thing: to learn to live on Earth as human beings. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get. As long as I have a want, I have a reason for living. Satisfaction is death. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. Few people think more than 2 or 3 times a year. I have made an international reputation for myself by thinking once or twice a week. First love is only a little foolishness and a lot of curiosity. If you begin by sacrificing yourself to those you love, you will end by hating those to whom you have sacrificed yourself. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications, so you don't regret missing life-changing advice and quotes.